What's going on, everyone? This is Over the Ropes. I'm Tyler,
What's going on? I'm Cortland.
and we got your Royal Rumble review. And what a show it was! What a show
This
it
was a
was!
monster.
Wow. Um,
I can tell you that as someone who, as you could hear from the preview show, I felt like death after the SmackDown review. I
yep.
went and worked 11 hours, had a dog shit day, but this Rumble was so good that in 20 minutes, I forgot how terrible my day was. This Rumble was off the chain.
Boy, boy, I know, right? There is so much to talk about. Holy crap! So, I mean, this is our first pay per view. This is our of the podcast. This is our first Royal Rumble, so it's gonna be a little wonky. We're gonna try to figure out the best way to go this for future Rumbles and things like that. You know, we're testing new things out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna
Yep.
start with the Women's Rumble. We're gonna hit the first 10, talk about some stuff. Then the next 10 to come out, things and we'll kind of do it in thirds. So the show starts off with Stephanie McMahon opening up the show.
Yeah, I didn't expect that at
Yeah.
all. That was pretty neat.
Yep, she says it's the biggest Rumble in the history and it's because of the fans. She thanks them, kind of like a rah rah. You guys are amazing. Welcome to the Royal Rumble. And the show gets kicked off. So the first 10 entrants into the Rumble, we have Io Sky, Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, Lyra Valkyria, Chelsea Green, B-Fab, Ivy Nile, Zoe Stark, Lash Legend, and Bianca Belair. What? Go ahead.
I will tell you what. When I saw Io Sky come out first, so my prediction for Iron Woman was Io Sky. So when she comes out first, I'm like, oh, I got these fools in the bag.
Uh huh.
And the fact that Io Sky went 67 minutes and was not the Iron Woman, or maybe 66. She went a long time. She went over an hour.
She did go a long
That was
time.
the first thing. I'm like, oh, I got this one.
She was.
And then Liv too. Liv came out early.
Yep. Yep.
Um, we jumped into NXT right away. I love that Roxanne came out. Roxanne had a
Yep.
great showing.
Great show.
Yeah, there was some. I think that not a ton of heavy hitters early, but I'm glad that we got Io and Liv out there so that there was some star power.
Yep.
And then we got some kind of younger faces out here. I think some of my notes from this first third was thought it was really funny when Chelsea came in and she thought she eliminated everyone and she started like celebrating, and
Yep.
then she looked around and everyone ganged up on her,
Yep.
and then I know that this is not something we can relate to, but the wardrobe malfunction by Lyra,
Yep.
Liv Morgan completely bailed her out, and I thought that that was
That was cool.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, no, I mean, the first 10, I like Lash was in there. That was cool. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, she looked great. She's a
Yeah.
future winner,
So
I think.
they dropped a couple nuggets that so Liv as the runner up the last 2 years. That's pretty cool. And I think you had said that
Yep.
before, yeah. And
Yep.
Liv and Natalia, the only two women to be in every single Rumble, which I was like,
Yeah,
oh
we were trying to figure
wow,
out who the other
yeah,
one
yeah,
was,
and it was
and I think you
Natalia,
said
yeah,
Natalia. Good call.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I love the new scoreboard thing they have at the bottom of the screen.
Dude, the
That
ticker.
I like that. That was
So
really cool.
thanks for the reminder. Unfortunately, I wrote that under the men's match because I started live,
Uh huh.
so I got home around 9:40. So they were at entrant like 8 or 9, I think,
Yep.
of the men. It was like Sheamus or something like that when I started.
Hmm.
So that note is buried, but I love the ticker on the bottom line. It's like a stats and numbers guy. I was like, oh, this is everything I've ever craved.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought it was really fun. I was
Yeah,
into it. Um,
yeah.
the the double German suplex as soon as Nivey got into the ring. Ooh,
Ivy was
ooh,
Ivy looked great, man. She hit two of those
beefing,
the
bro.
Germans,
Uh huh.
and then the double, man. That was awesome.
Right, right. And then Lash using Ivy as a weapon, swinging her around. I thought that was cool. I was like,
Yep.
yeah. Um,
Lash is so athletic. I think
she's
as we look
so
to like
athletic.
27 and 28, she's going to be a real contender for the
Yep,
Rumble.
yep. Yeah, no, I thought it was
She's
great.
big, dude.
Dude,
He's all there.
Yep. Yep. Chelsea Green eliminated BFAB first, which
Yep.
she had a good showing,
Someone's got to go first.
Yeah. So go ahead, hit the next 10.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see if I have any more notes before we go on. I think my next notes are here in the middle.
Yeah, mine too.
So at 11 we get Shayna Baszler.
Mm-hmm.
At 12 we get the reigning Royal Rumble winner Bayley. At 13 we get Sonya Deville. So that gets all of PFC in there in the first 13. Maxine Dupree at 14. What's that?
I said quick. Just got them all in there quick.
Naomi at 15. NXT Jada Parker at 16. I like that a lot.
Yep.
We get the security Piper Niven at 17. Natalia at 18. Jordan Grace at 19 blew the fucking roof off the place.
Oh, yeah.
And Meechin at 20. Let's have it.
Yeah, man. I mean, let's see. What do I got here? That I knew you were gonna love this spot because I know how much you love Bianca. But Bianca just getting every girl in the corner, lighting her up.
Yeah.
Backflip. Next girl in the corner, lighting her up. I was like, damn.
Don't get me wrong. Bianca's awesome. It's like specifically the stuff with Naomi that drives me nuts. Bianca on her own is awesome. She's a ton of fun to watch.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind that at all. I thought that was pretty neat.
So I mean,
she looked dominant right there, though.
Yeah, a lot of my notes is like when somebody got eliminated and stuff like that. I think the biggest story part to come out of this spot was when Jordan Grace came in. Her and Naomi give each other a hug, and Bianca grabs Jordan Grace by the hair. And the look she gave Naomi, ooh, heel Bianca, brother.
She said, "Girl, nuh-uh."
She said, "What the hell are you doing?"
I got a few notes in this part, but I would agree. I think that's the biggest.
Yeah.
Man, Zoe went for that springboard. This actually might have been in the first 10. I can't remember, but it was around this territory. She went for that springboard onto Lyra and slipped, but she somehow still recovered, and she at least hit like the Hangman Page looking clothesline.
Yeah,
that was a good recovery.
Yeah.
We had a little pact here for a little bit. Bianca, Naomi, Jada, and Lash.
Yeah.
And again, Chelsea wiggles her way into the middle of it. And that was so funny. She's so entertaining.
That was hilarious.
And they beat her down. Yeah.
Dude, I was dying.
Unfortunately, the pact didn't last long because Lash dropped Jada with the big boot, and I think that got her eliminated.
Yeah.
But that was super entertaining. Jordan Piper with that Death Valley driver on Piper Niven.
I was just about to say that. That Death Valley driver, dude. Holy crap.
Yeah. And then the hug. I think those were the biggest parts of the middle of this.
Yeah. Now, you want to talk about a pop in a household? Brother, number 21, Alexa Bliss.
And this is perfect timing because we reference our wrestling group chat a lot. Mm-hmm. My best friend from college, we call him Fonz, also a very, very big Alexa Bliss fan. And he texted me right after Meechin came out, and he's like, "Hey, where are you in the Women's Rumble?" Because I know that this is what he's fishing for. And as I text him back, I'm like, I'm at entrant 20. And then Alexa's music hit. I almost threw my phone. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. But you knew someone big was coming because Cole said, whenever Cole says a number and says, "Here we go," you're like preconditioned. And then the camera panned all the way away from the ring. And I was like, oh, this is going to be enormous.
Yeah.
And man, I would say she got the ovation of the night.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
Yeah.
So 21, we got Alexa Bliss. 22, Zelina Vega. 23, Candice LeRae. 24, Stephanie Vicor. 25, Trish Stratus. 26, Raquel. 27, Charlotte Flair. 28, Julia. 29, Nia Jax. And 30, Nikki Bella. I don't know, Nikki Bella's pop was huge. Nikki's pop was big.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
The camera angle is a little bad on Alexa's entrance, but I loved what she had on her jacket. It said Friends Forever, but the R was small, so it said Fiend Forever also. Yeah.
See, I didn't even see the R. Good
Yeah.
call.
So it said friend forever, but the R was really small. So it also it said fiend and friend forever. Yeah.
Good
And
call.
oh, dude, did you hear Michael Cole throwing shade at the dirt sheets? He goes, "Oh yeah, according to the internet, Alexa wasn't gonna be here." Dude.
Yes, I did. And then to hear Wade Barrett say the word dirt sheets.
Yeah, yeah. He said, "You
Yeah,
stop
so that was
reading the
my
dirt
next note.
sheets."
Internet said she wasn't coming back. I love that they're referencing real life though.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, awesome stuff. I feel like we were pretty back heavy with stars here. Because you get Alexa, Stephanie Vacour got a great reaction.
Yeah.
Trish got a reaction.
Yep.
Charlotte, obviously.
Yep.
Julia, Nia Jax, and Nikki. I think one thing before I forget, I wasn't sure if we are going to be able to do this with Attic or not, but when I saw Charlotte come out, my brain goes to casual viewer, someone who's just starting watching.
Mm-hmm.
But you go to 27 and this woman comes out and she gets fucking pyro in
Mm-hmm.
a Royal Rumble,
Right.
like right away,
Yeah.
she's made. She's
Yeah.
a big deal. And then Wade Barrett even said that, and I was like, he stole my thunder.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that was nuts.
Yeah. So he kind of already knew that she was going to be a big deal because so Attic watched it with me. My cousin came over, and
Yep.
and he was like, "Hey, let me know when the person you think's gonna win comes out." So when Charlotte's music hit, I was like, "Hey, this is the person." So he kind of was already like, "Okay, I'm gonna pay attention to this person." You know what I'm saying? So I've never watched this show, but Attic is a big anime fan. So he said Zelina Vega's dressed as a character from My Hero Academia, which I've never seen, but I was like, "Okay, that's cool." Zelina hitting that code red on Grace.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. And yeah, man, I mean, you're right. So, spoiler for later, but I think it says a lot about the women's division in NXT to have, 5 women from NXT and no men from NXT? Because we got Stephanie, Julia, Jada, Lash, and Roxanne. So, 5 women from NXT and not one guy from NXT, which I feel like just shows the depth of that women's division. Trish did great. Nikki did.
I didn't.
Huh?
I didn't write this down, but I feel like Trish had a moment with someone, and I was like, "Oh, I wonder if this is going to lead to anything." And I totally forgot to write it down.
Was it Candace? She threw Candace out.
I really can't remember, but carry on.
But yeah, I said the crowd loses it. I love the part where Nikki's doing the push-ups and Roxanne jumps in front of her and starts doing it. And Nikki slapped the shit out that girl. Holy shit.
Yes,
man.
She did.
Yeah. So we got our final. So it goes down to our final 4. And our final 4 is
Nia. You had Nia, Roxanne, Charlotte,
and Nikki.
Who would come out of 30. Yep.
And boy, it went quick. Yep. Nikki got tossed, Nia got tossed, Charlotte. So, a couple things. So first off, from our predictions for the Women's Royal Rumble match, we both picked the winner.
Yep.
So we both got one. I hit all 3 surprises.
Did you?
I did. Jordan Grace, Nikki Bella, and Alexa Bliss were my 3 surprises.
I'm in the middle of tallying them up, but I'm not done.
You got one woman surprise with.
I got Nikki.
So we both said Nikki. Most eliminations, you said Jade, who wasn't in there at all.
But I switched in the group chat to Nia Jax, who did get it, by the way.
I picked Jordan Grace, and Nia Jax ended up getting it. Iron
She
Woman
got like 5 at once.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. Iron Woman, you said Io. You came close there. I said Bailey. Ended up being Roxanne Perez. And then,
Io was within like a minute as well.
And then for Final 4, you got Charlotte, I got Charlotte and Nia, and I changed Nia in the group chat. I took Nia
Yeah,
out for Bailey. Oh, but yeah,
yeah.
man. I mean, I listen. I'm holding my head up. That I hit all three surprises. Oh
That's
man,
awesome.
that I can't believe that. Especially because the men's one of them. But overall, I thought the women's rumble was really good. I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I thought it was really, really good as well. I might have liked it more than the men's. That's to be determined, but I think some people kind of hang in their head about the winner. But I mean,
Yeah,
like Triple H said, sometimes predictable is fine, and I think this was great, and I think that there's good stories to come out of this.
yeah. I didn't like Charlotte winning because I'm not a Charlotte fan, but it made sense. I could see it coming, and I don't hate it. Hate it too much. Um, there's a video on Twitter. If you haven't seen, I'll have to send it to you. A fan took it, and Nikki's walking like up the ramp, and she walks by Bailey and smacks the shit out of her in the back of the head. Like she just walks past Bailey and smacks the fuck out of her while Bailey's laying there. Like,
Really?
yeah, I think it's playful because the Bailey like kind of like chases her up, but it's like a drive-by smack. It's hilarious. Um,
Man.
and then Nikki did an interview, and it sounded like she might be back,
Yeah, I think that's the case. Yeah.
which I am in for. I know there was a point where people were kind of over the Bellas, but I've always liked them. Um, so
Two people that everyone's always sick of, Nikki and Charlotte, and they both came back.
right, but yeah, I mean, so
I think she's awesome.
when we're down to the final four, I'll just hit this real quick. Nia eliminates 5 people at once: Raquel, Bianca, Stephanie, Io, Naomi. Liv and Roxanne are fighting on the apron. Nia runs up and eliminates Liv. Runs into Liv and eliminates her. Roxanne pushes Julia in the corner, eliminates her. Nia knocks Bailey and Nikki out in a row. Nia's trying to throw Roxanne out. Charlotte runs up behind her, throws her out. And then Charlotte hits Roxanne with the big boot to eliminate her and to win the match. And Charlotte is a 2-time Royal Rumble winner. And
First ever 2-time.
First ever 2-time, yeah. And it was good. I mean, I thought the surprises were good. Even like Jordan, who was predictable, it was still like, damn. And they confirmed again that she has signed with the company. So it'll be fun to see where she ends up going.
I'm excited to see who she fights at Mania.
Yeah, I mean, we got a couple people. Alexa's back. What show's she going to? Jordan's there. What show's she going to? If Nikki's back, what show does she go to? They made a Trish shirt, so I don't know if she's back or if that's just a Hall of Fame shirt. But they put out a Trish and a Nikki shirt. So, yeah, man. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I would say my biggest pop was Alexa, just because Alexa Bliss is my favorite girl wrestler.
That was an awesome return.
Yeah, yeah. And then for me, probably my biggest surprise was. Okay,
I'd say that too.
Our group chat had me messed up because we were behind. My computer setup doesn't have speakers, so I use headsets for everything. So we were having a hard time trying to figure out like how to get 2 headsets running for me and Tristan, so we were behind. So in the group chat, they started texting like how surprised they were and like made it seem like they were shocked that Charlotte won. So I didn't see it, but Tristan did. And he's like, there's Charlotte, Nia, and Roxanne. And is looking at these messages, and he had me convinced Roxanne was going to win because of the way they were texting.
Gotcha,
So I was like, what? But yeah. So no, it was a good match. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. No, great women's Rumble.
Yeah, yeah.
After that, we get to the tag team championship match. We've got the Motor City Machine Guns challenging DIY.
Yeah, buddy.
I can't remember who said this, but this is a match just full of cardio machines. Nice match, Cook. This was a nice little in betweener. I wouldn't say a cool down match. It's tough to follow a Rumble, but
Right.
this match definitely had its excitement. Things I enjoyed. Man, that suicide dive spot where one guy kind of pulls up the ropes and the other kind of goes between the legs and through
Yep.
just looks crazy. Saban just flew out of the ring. And I love how DIY won the first fall.
That was so
It's
crazy.
one of those spots where both teams are going to their corner for a tag. Motor City Machine Guns make the tag, and Ciampa feints the tag. Johnny actually pulls his hands back.
Yep.
So Johnny comes into the ring. He eats a super kick, but Ciampa's actually the legal man. He hits a psycho knee on Shelly, who didn't see it coming, and they go up 1-0. I thought that was excellent.
Clean
It was
as
unique,
fuck.
something I hadn't seen. All about it.
Yep.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I like
And they
that.
continued to be kind of oh god, I wish I could think of the word. I mean, they're kind of dirtbags the whole match. Ciampa was taking any shortcut he could. At one point,
Yeah.
he went under the ring and then distracted the ref so that the ref didn't see another tag for Motor City Machine Guns.
Yep.
And I wrote like I do with every single Motor City Machine Gun match, but these tag team moves and these combo maneuvers, unreal. Did you see Michael Cole refuse to say facial, though? He started to and he stopped. And Wade Barrett did it. I laughed because I thought of us on here. Yeah.
I put yes, the move is actually called the facial now. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Go ahead. I'll let you. Yeah. No.
Okay.
I mean, that first fall was so damn creative. Like I said, I was watching with my cousin and he missed it, and I had to like explain to him, "No, dude, they didn't actually tag in." Like, and he was like, "What?" That was great. I was super into that, dude. When Saban ran across the apron and hit both of them with kicks to the face, those kicks were so damn loud. I was like,
That's one of my next notes.
Oh, yeah.
The apron kicks and the splash onto them, super impressive.
Oh, yup.
And then the Motor City Machine Guns end up hitting the skull and crossbones.
Yep.
They tied things up 1-1. And then, man, there were some big moves here in this third fall. I love when Ciampa hits the Project Ciampa. I feel like that's a move he used more in NXT, but he doesn't break out at the main level.
Yeah.
Part of me wonders if it's just because there's some bigger guys on the main roster, but he hit it, and I went bananas.
Hell yeah. Yep.
And then the Motor City Machine Guns hit this, like, top rope power bomb sliced bread combo. That move was absolutely insane.
That was sick. Yeah.
And then Ciampa got clobbered in the face at one point. I think it's when he was it when his legs were tied up on the ropes and he was hanging upside down?
I don't know when it happened. You talking about him getting busted open?
Yeah, so it looks like he broke his nose in this one.
Yeah.
His nose looked fine before that. I think there was a spot where he like ate a knee or something. I don't know, man, but I wonder what he looks like today. I'll tell you what.
Probably not great.
Yeah. No.
Yep.
Did you see Johnny Gargano super kick Ciampa in this one though?
Yeah. Accidental super kick to the face. Yep.
Yeah. We'll see if that leads to anything with these two. This has happened before.
Yep.
There's kind of a little bit of a boil.
Yep.
And then I don't know if you remember, but I feel like someone on this show thought the Street Profits might get involved.
Yeah, somebody did. It wasn't me. Yeah.
So Montez, someone in a black hoodie runs interference on the apron, distracts the ref, and Angelo Dawkins comes up on the other side of the ring and starts attacking the Motor City Machine Guns with the crutch. The DIY hit the meat in the middle, and that was enough for the dub.
Yeah, man.
And so DIY retains.
Yeah, and then, after they retain, they get out. Ford chases them out of the ring. Dawkins takes them both out with the crutch. and then they just beat the hell out of them with the crutches. Heel turn Street Profits. Heel
Yep.
turn Bianca Belair. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm just saying.
It's happening.
Hell yeah. Yeah, and they stood tall holding the belts. And I don't know how Ford, every time you see him, he gets more and more ripped and chiseled. I don't get it. You know, like,
Yoked. He's so much bigger than he was in NXT. It's awesome.
so much bigger. And yeah, the
Every
match.
once in a while, I go back to when they won their tag titles. I was at that show. It was in Bridgeport, Connecticut, I want to say. NXT 25. I go back and watch their pay-per-view all the time, and he's so much bigger than he was during that.
Yeah, no, I mean, just dude is yoked. And it's weird because that match was so fast paced. Both teams just have crazy tag team combos and maneuvers. So to think that this was kind of like your relaxing match is crazy to think about. But I mean, that was the reality of especially what we got next. So
It says a lot about how good the show was.
Exactly. So then we got Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens ladder match for the WWE Championship. And what the hell did these two do? These two, I would love to see what they look like today. Holy crap.
There's no way we can do this match justice. This was a fucking war.
No, I mean,
an absolute war.
I mean, there's so many spots I left out because I was like, I mean, I just wrote this like 12 times. What's the point of keep writing somebody's body parts bouncing off a chair in a way that made me cringe? My first note was, what the hell was the point of the Saturday night's main event if they both walked out with their belts?
Guess what my first note is?
Yeah. I was like, what are we doing?
They both handed over their belts, and they both came out with them.
Yeah, like, what was the point in that? Just to get
that annoyed you too.
Cody on TV, but I love Cody. Cody fan right here. But like, what was the point?
Yeah, it just didn't make sense.
No, that was annoying, and it bothered me. I got Cody getting slammed on the walkway on the little metal parts that holds the ladder open.
The spreaders. Yep.
Oh,
yep.
Completely.
And then KO beat him with them.
And then KO beat him with them. Yep. Rubbed across the face like Edge was doing with the chair thing. Yep. Oh, dude. I mean, like you said, there's no way we could do this match justice because the punishment they put each other through in this match is nuts. Oh, and let me say we both got DIY correct. So,
yep. Good call.
And we both got Cody correct. Obviously.
Yep. There was a part in this that I really enjoyed. Kevin kind of side-eyes the cameraman when they're fighting. Cody and KO are fighting outside. And he just side-eyes the cameraman for being in his way. And they kind of circle back to it later because KO slams Cody's face off the camera and then mouse off to the cameraman. I thought that was hilarious. I've never seen someone use a camera like a weapon like that.
No.
Or at least I can't recall it, and I thought that was excellent.
KO getting the mini ladder was hilarious. I mean, he beats the shit out of Cody with this ladder. Michael Cole says something about Hornswoggle. He's like, I think Hornswoggle used that. KO climbs up like he's going to splash Cody and then gets down and kicks him. Yeah, that would be me because I'm a giant pussy when it comes to height. So,
KO really dominated like the first 12 minutes of this match. I checked the timestamp and I was like, wow, man, he's just been on the offensive. And he set up like an array of ladders, you know. He slammed Cody onto a ladder that was leading up outside. He made a bridge from the announce table to the ring that came into play later. The step ladder, like you were talking about. And that was kind of when the tide turned. Cody finally hits a suplex onto one of the ladders that KO had set up, and he finally kind of gets back into this one. And, man, the rest of this match from that point forward, when Cody gets a little steam going, oh, my Lord.
My boy. Yeah, I mean, Cody and KO were both beating each other with a broken piece of the ladder. Cody was beating KO with him first, and then KO got the upper hand. He got it. KO went for the package pile driver, and Cody backdropped him onto the ladder, laying down, dude. Oh, that
on the
whole.
on like the high point, on the
Yeah,
apex of the
yeah,
ladder. Oh man, that
right
made
on the
my back
corner,
hurt.
right on the corner. You got a holy shit chance. I almost came out of my chair because I was
Yep.
like, dude, that looked like it hurt so much. Holy
And it
shit!
only got worse.
And it only got worse.
And
KO
then we get Cody. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
KO power bombs Cody onto the ladder, laying across the ropes.
Yeah. It's the
Oh,
same spot I had next. Cody
oh,
started to climb the ladder,
uh
and KO
huh.
grabs him and power bombs him.
Yeah, and he bounced. He bounced.
Yep.
KO hits the fisherman buster off the top rope onto a ladder.
I thought that was
Oh,
the end of the match right
yeah,
there.
yeah. I say both KO and Cody are fucked, and the officials
Yeah,
and
because
Sammy.
KO took that
Uh,
rough to the neck.
Officials
And,
come
and
out. Sammy comes out. They're checking on everybody. It's funny seeing some of these wrestlers as officials. Petey Williams and Kenny Dexter look like dorks.
yeah, Kenny Dexter always cracks me up. Man, this was insane. And
Oh,
Cody bounced off after this fisherman buster on its feet, and he did like the Nate face bump, like he was just knocked silly.
dude,
And
both.
so this stops the match for a little bit. This was really
Yeah,
intense.
yeah. No, they had officials out. Sammy comes out. He's checking on Cody. He's checking on Kevin. He's checking on Cody. Back to Kevin. Like, I like the way they did this because it really emphasized, especially this last year, and I mainly count this last year as like Triple H's really first year where you knew Vince wasn't like gonna be able to interfere at all. And I feel like they're really trying to make things matter. Punk and Drew made Hell in a Cell matter again. Uh,
Yep.
they made this ladder match feel like it mattered and they were hurt and they went through something. Kevin
Yep.
package pile drivers Randy. We haven't seen him for 3 months. Like they're
Yep.
making these things matter to a point where you're like, man, I can't wait for the next damn ladder match and see what these whoever wrestles does to each
Yeah.
other.
They don't just treat them like gimmick matches that match the name of a pay per view.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
So Kevin gets up. He's trying to set Cody up. Cody hits him with the crossroads. Uh, Kevin Owens is busted open big time. Uh,
Gear just switches in Cody.
oh yeah, yeah. They
He'd slid out. He pulled Cody out, and Cody just starts smashing his face off the table.
Yep, yep. They end up on top of the announce table. KO goes for the package pile driver. Cody reverses it into an Alabama slam through a ladder, breaking it in half. And dude, Kevin Owens stayed folded for like 20 minutes. Head through the ladder, knees
I mean,
over his body. Oh,
that landing was as brutal as it possibly could have been because he lands like shoulder first, slides down
yup.
just enough that his head goes in between some of these rungs,
Uh huh.
and he just gets folded up like an accordion.
Crumbled, and stayed there too. Cody
Yep.
climbs the ladder, gets the win, and now again a little bit of a heel maneuver after the match. Sammy's there trying to check on Kevin. Everybody's trying to check if he's okay. Cody gets on the announce table, starts posing and screaming at Kevin Owens. That felt
Yep.
really heelish. You know what I'm saying?
It's happening.
Right. And telling you, when Cena takes that belt from him, it's gonna be the last straw. Uh,
It might be.
yeah, yeah. I mean, how many times has Cody told the stories of like being in the Stardust gimmick and seeing like Cena's faces on buses and stuff like that? Like, yep.
Yep.
But what a match! I mean, these two just destroyed each other. It was gnarly.
Can you still hear me, brother?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Sorry. My AirPods died.
All right. So then we got the men's Royal Rumble match, the main event. Hit us with that first 10.
Yeah. I mean, forget the first 10. The first two are awesome.
Woo!
So we
Yes,
get Ray
sir. Yep.
in his 14th career Rumble.
Yep.
He started number 2 when he won it back in '06.
Yep.
And Penta. I mean, what a dream top 2.
What a way to
And
start.
Tommy Dreamer spoke this into existence on Busted Open. He said, how cool would it be if these two started off? And then they did.
And then they did.
At 3, we get Chad Gable.
Mm-hmm.
At 4, we get Carmelo Hayes. At 5, we get Santos Escobar. At 6, we get Otis, whose vest cracked me up. At 7, we get Braun Breaker, my lord. At 8, we get Tozawa, and we'll get to this spot in a bit because Tozawa didn't make it to the ring. At 9, we get Sheamus, and at 10, we get Jimmy Uso.
Big Jim. Yep. Yep.
Ray and Penta starting this off, super neat. A little show of respect ahead of time. They talk to each other a lot. And then Penta goes for the Seattle Miedo.
Yep.
And Ray hits him with the 619.
Yep.
Lays into him and they start going at it. I don't know how many people saw this. It looks like in the group chat not many did. But Penta and Ray went outside the ring. Penta's feet touched here.
Penta's
They,
feet definitely touched, yeah.
I was curious if they were going to call this or just kind of forget about it. But right away, Wade was like, it was just 1 foot. But I went back and watched it a couple times and
No.
oopsies.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever, shit happens, but these two were super entertaining. We get Gable out here, and then Carmelo Hayes. One thing I really liked about Santos Escobar when he got in here, he started hitting everyone with their own moves.
Yeah.
He hit Ray with 619, and he hit Penta with the Destroyer, which I liked. And then, man, once we get down to I skipped over this. Did you hear Pat McAfee say? He's talking about Carmelo and Gable. He said, well, these two have a combined fan base of 0.
Yeah.
I literally spit my drink out.
You know what you missed though? I liked
What?
in the beginning of the match where like they're doing the no fear thing and the 619 and
Yep.
like Penta's showing Ray his respect. They shake hands and Ray goes to walk away and Penta holds his hand and doesn't let him walk away. And I was like, oh, here we go. Like, yeah, I respect you, but now we against each other. Let's do this. And I loved that spot. I was like,
Great
oh,
call.
hell yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I did hear Pat say that. I mean, he ain't wrong. So,
Actually, and then we got the big man Otis, and he slapped the ever-loving taste out of Gable's mouth. And I've been waiting for this. I mean, bear pawed him upside the head.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And then Braun Breaker comes in. I mean, he just hits the ring 100 miles an hour.
100 miles
And immediately hits Mello with a spear and tosses him out. And so Carmelo Hayes, the first one out. And I mean, I don't know how many times we can beat this horse dead, but Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, one of my first notes says, of course, Carmelo's the first one eliminated. Of course he is. Yeah, yeah. And Braun just came in like a raging bull. So I have this in the notes later, but since we're talking about Otis, I'm going to do it now. Why the hell was Otis and Tozawa in this match and Karrion Kross was not?
Yeah, there were a few guys in the first 10 here who I mean, I would have killed obviously to see like Randy. Kross is another one.
Yeah.
I don't love having Otis in this match, and I was furious when Tozawa's music hit.
I was raging, and even who ends up so even who still comes out like Randy, I don't know, maybe he's injured, maybe they have something for him, but Kross is on the roster wrestling, and he should have been in this match. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, I was pissed when I didn't like Otis. I was real pissed when Tozawa came out. Yeah.
Even someone like Santos, I was just like, meh.
Santos I can deal with, but
yeah,
because who else wasn't in this match that should have been over Santos? You know what I'm saying? So.
after Carmelo gets eliminated, he walks up the ramp, and this is when Tozawa comes out,
Yep.
and he turns around and he lays out Tozawa, and so I think it was Nick Aldis comes out.
Yeah. No.
Um,
No. Pierce.
Pierce, my bad,
Yep.
it's the R-Truth in me, and so I think some of the producers and they pull Tozawa out back. And Triple H is like they go right into Gorilla, which again I love that they do this now. I
Yeah.
think this was super neat, and they kind of panic and they're like, they say Tozawa can't go. Like, well, who's it gonna be? And Triple H walks up to, how do you say his name? I show Speed.
I show speed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
he walks up to him and he tells him he's in the Rumble, and he's like, what are you talking about?
Yep.
But he goes out there and he made the most of his 90 seconds of fame.
Oh yeah, he did.
He's got a nice entrance. The crowd goes nuts. He goes into the ring. He actually helps get an elimination.
Yep.
He helps eliminate Otis.
Yeah, helps Braun Breaker eliminate Otis.
Yep. And then he hits this backflip, man, and then he gets speared into another universe by Braun Breaker.
That
And
spear was so gnarly, and he hit him from the side too.
and
Oh,
he landed on like his neck, like Braun's weight landed on his neck. He was absolutely knocked silly.
one of
I
the
loved it.
best parts of this match.
Yep.
Killed this poor guy. Oh,
I can't wait for Braun to win a Rumble.
yeah, yeah.
This dude's just a monster.
He really is. Who was it? Paul Heyman and the Logan Paul podcast specifically said like Braun Breaker has no idea how good he is, like, and how good he's going to be, because he's a monster. He will win a Rumble one day for sure.
Every month,
Yeah.
every week, he just looks better and better.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did you have anything else from the first third?
No, I mean that was really kind of you hit a lot of the big parts. You look at this, and I remember in 2013, you had the Shield, you had Bray, you had the Shield, you had the Wyatt family, you had some other people, and you were like, dude, this next generation of like top stars is gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's nothing compared to, you look at this: Braun Breaker, Carmelo, Jacob Fatu, Penta. Like, this next generation of top guys for WWE is going to be insane.
And the
Holy
females.
shit. Yeah, and never mind the girls. The
Even
girls
better.
are gonna topple over the top women now.
Yep.
But yeah, so then we get to number 11, we got Andrade. 12, we get Jacob Fatu. 13, we get Ludwig Kaiser. Jacob comes in and just demolishes people. He's throwing people left and right. He is killing them. Ludwig Kaiser comes out, hauls ass to the ring, and then just hits the brake button. He's kind of, looking around. He's checking things out. Season opening, jumps in the ring, slides in the ring, just to get his ass tossed right back out by...
Penta.
Oh, yeah, Penta. Yeah.
Yep.
Penta was the first person who wasn't Jacob Fatu or Braun Breaker to get an elimination. I think they both had like 3 or 4, and Penta was the first person who wasn't one of them to get an elimination. Miz comes out and is on fire, especially for Miz. Holy shit!
You get a top rope Hurricanrana.
Yeah. Miz was slid under somebody's feet. Like, Miz came in hot, dude.
And good for him.
Yeah.
He's now tied for second all time with 16 appearances.
Hell yeah! And then
Longevity.
Then we get number 15, the entrance.
Say his name.
We've all been waiting for. Say his name, and he appears, and that crowd lost their damn mind. And the best part was while he's doing his whole thing, Sheamus is just sitting there in the corner, just watching and just enjoying it.
Sheamus was one of us.
Oh, yeah.
I had a mouthful of shepherd's pie when Joe Hendry came out.
Uh huh. Yeah.
It went everywhere.
Oh, dude. And then he starts doing the do. And Sheamus starts clapping with him.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
man.
dude.
Yeah. So then
And
Jacob.
this starts a string of like 3 huge entrants in a row.
So Jacob knocks Joe Hendry down, and Sheamus, I don't know if you heard it, but Sheamus goes, I was enjoying that.
I did, man. I thought that was so funny.
And then he starts talking shit to Jacob, and he's like, oh, you're so angry all the time. You're just so angry. You got to ruin everybody's fun. Like, I was enjoying that, dude. Like,
I didn't have Sheamus as my like comic spot in this, but he had it.
He had me cracking up. And then, yeah, 16, Roman Reigns. 17, Drew McIntyre. 18, Finn Balor. 19, Shinsuke Nakamura. And 20, Jey Uso. And, dude, so Roman, when he comes out, I mean, just aura all over the place. Yep. Like, swag.
I hate that word, but he is the definition.
Oh, yeah.
Aura.
Yeah, for sure. And then when Jay came out, just the wave of yeets. Wave of yeets. And just, I was like, it was something to behold, that's for sure. And boy, was Roman comes in and just starts tossing people on their ass. When Drew's music hits, him and Roman just stare at each other the whole way Drew's walking to the ring. Gets into the ring and just start going at each other. But the one spot I missed is probably what's on the tip of your tongue. Roman and Braun Breaker sprinting at each other, and Breaker hit Roman with the spear and fucking leveled his ass.
Yep.
Now, Roman ends up throwing him out, but damn.
Yeah, that planted a seed for a match I can't wait to watch.
Oh, man.
The hell with Goldberg versus Roman, Spear versus Spear. Give me Braun versus Roman.
Hell yeah.
I think just a couple things I'll throw in there. Right before Drew came out, you had kind of touched on this. Fatu had eliminated a ton of people.
Yep.
Roman came in and eliminated a ton of people. And at one point, there was just 3 of them here. I think it was just it was Roman, Fatu, and Penta were the only people left before Drew came in. Before we fill up again. And then one thing that I hated, one of my favorite things to do is like I'll kind of try to look away when the music hits because I want to, I don't know, I like the rush of knowing who it is from the music and just having like a genuine reaction. I don't want to see a name. I had no idea who 18 was. I had no clue. And the crowd didn't either, man. I felt so bad for Finn.
Yeah. That was like new music or something. Yeah.
Who he was.
Yep.
Didn't like that. Don't like the music. Like you said, the place erupted for Jay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have any other major notes here, but you could tell the momentum was coming. And, I mean, this is such a star-studded field, and this was the start of a list of many stars that were on the way.
Yep. Go ahead. Hit us
cool if I go to the
hit us with those last 10.
Last third. So, 21. We get a big return for the first time since October. The man who debuted in 2016 from the 3 spot. We get AJ Styles.
Hell yeah.
21. We get one big SOB, Braun Strowman.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is an insane run of 3 again. We get John Cena. And the roof again just blows off this place. And I don't know that he even got physical. I think Cena just kind of like took it all in. Cena had a nice long entrance.
Yeah.
He really takes it all in. And by the time Cena gets in the ring, CM Punk's music hits.
Well, him and Roman are going face to face. They're just staring at each other.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's no physicality. But they were just kind of like circling the wagons.
Yeah.
Really taking it all in.
Yeah.
And then Punk comes in, and Roman's face is great.
Uh-huh.
And the crowd just goes ballistic.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same thing. You just have these three taking each other in, and this is such a big moment. And I stopped, and I looked back at my mom because my mom watched it with me, and I said, Seth fucking Rollins is 100% the next person that comes out, and
I,
it's going to be so funny.
I said that to my cousin too. I said, 100% Seth's about to come out. Because again, they didn't get physical. They're just standing there,
Yep.
taking it in. And then
And
sure as shit. Yep.
and Roman's reaction when Seth's music hits.
Roman's face was so perfect. Yeah. It
Yep.
was just, I'm so fucking over this guy. Like,
Why can't I just have any moment to myself?
uh-huh.
And
Yep.
this ended the standstill for sure because
I
Seth came in and just immediately takes down
pulled it.
Punk,
Yep.
and then we get some physicality. So I think at this point we've got quite a few more guys in the ring. And then Dominic Mysterio comes out at 26 and really takes the air out of the stadium. Lucky 27, we get Sami Zayn.
Yep.
At 28, we get the Punisher Damian Priest. At 29, yeah, we get LA Knight.
Yeah.
And at 30, we get the walking scum we know as Logan Paul. And that
I
rounds it out.
I could not believe they put Dom, Priest, and LA Knight after this run of Cena, Seth, and Punk. I get Sammy and I get Logan, but
Yeah.
especially LA Knight, and I love LA Knight. Yeah, just it was. It was such a weird placement. Like,
Yeah. I kind of wish it ended with Cena, Punk, and Rollins, probably.
or with Logan at the end because like that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But this was great here at the end. I don't even know where to start. I I honestly I didn't take the best of notes for the rest of this because I was just so into it as a fan, and it
Oh,
was also so late.
brother, I
But
got you because I rewatched it the next morning.
yeah,
So
take it away.
yeah. Let's see.
The only thing I did right was I was worried AJ Styles got hurt again. He
Yeah,
was down for a bit, and I
yeah.
saw him talking to the ref, and his little gimpy on his leg.
So
Um,
so the first
but
note.
there's some
Oh,
cool
go ahead.
stuff here.
Yeah, so the first note I have after all four of them start fighting is Dom's in the corner and he tries to shake Roman's hand. And Roman shakes his hand and uppercuts the shit out of him. And
Yep.
I was like, damn. Sammy hits the haluva kick on Drew and Seth. Um, Priest comes in, hits
Yep.
old school immediately on Drew McIntyre.
Yep.
Priest throws Dom over the top, which you just know how it feels so good.
Felt so good.
So good. Yeah. Yep. This is where I said why isn't Cross in the Rumble, but Otis, Speed, and Braun Strowman are. Uh, Sammy helps Drew up, or Roman up, and Drew instantly attacks Sammy.
Loses it. Yep.
Pissed. Um, Jay tries to super kick Drew and ends up hitting Sammy and eliminating him out of the match. And Sammy's face is like, "Are you kidding me?" And Jay's like, "Brother, like, I'm sorry." They had a WWE video of Cross watching that from the
Really?
from where they how sometimes they'll take a peek out into the apron.
Yep.
Cross and Scarlett are sitting there watching that, and Cross is just shaking his head.
He's gonna get Sammy's head down the road here. I'm super intrigued to see what happens with Jay and Sami Zayn.
Yeah, it's gonna be great, dude. Like, I feel like they're gonna do Sammy and Cross at Mania, and then Sammy turns. So, which I think will be good for both of them. I think that could be a good match for both of them. Everyone takes turns stomping the shit out of Logan in the corner. LA Knight tries to kick Logan out. Logan jumps from the apron to the announce table.
Yo, Kofi Kingston spot.
Oh, so, Attic was watching this with me, and he's a social media guy. He's not a wrestling guy. So he asked, he was like, hey, do people feel like they cater to Logan too much? And I said, I can only speak for myself. I said, but I don't, because as much as a shitbag of a person he is, I said Logan busts his ass in the ring. He's
Yep.
hyper athletic and he puts the work in. So I don't feel like anything's really been catered to him. I said maybe giving him 2 world title matches, like one each year. Some people might look at it that way, but the dude is so damn athletic. Like holy crap!
Everything he's been a part of has been really entertaining.
Yeah,
And one of those title matches, I think, was picked by the Saudi Prince. It wasn't
yeah,
necessarily.
him and Roman. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
and then him and Cody had one. So then Logan gets on the barricade, and he's making sure he aims right to jump on the ladder. Um, so Knight clotheslines Priest out of the ring, eliminates him. Styles clotheslines LA Knight and eliminates him.
that's
Styles,
a nice callback too. You know
yeah,
that felt good for AJ
oh
Styles.
yeah. Styles is setting up for the phenomenal forearm. I don't know who he was going to hit it on. I didn't see that, but he's about to hit it, and Logan jumps from the barricade to the stairs. AJ jumps, and Logan grabs his ankle and yanks him right out of the ring to
Yep,
eliminate AJ Styles.
that was a fantastic spot.
So creative. So now we're
Yep.
down to the final 6. They all start attacking each other. Everyone hits their finisher on somebody. Seth and Roman go face to face. They start brawling, which was the video of they had it on Seth and Roman kind of coming up from behind him and just
Yep.
staring daggers at him.
That camera work was awesome. I watched that over and over, and they changed the zoom of who they were focusing
Yep.
on. I thought that was fantastic production.
We actually missed it, but they did the same exact shot with Braun Breaker and Jacob Fatu. Did you
Oh,
notice
did they?
that? Yeah,
I didn't.
they had a pan on Jacob, and Breaker like comes up out of nowhere into frame and is standing behind him. So yeah, the camera work was really good here at the end here. Seth and Roman are just all over each other. Um, Roman and Seth are trying to eliminate each other. Punk runs up and throws
He
both. My mouth dropped open when both of
sneaks through the
them.
back door. As soon as he
Holy
popped his
shit!
head up, you knew.
Yeah, and then he's Punk is surprised, so he's sitting there staring at them, and Logan Paul throws Punk over the top, and
And the crowd just erupts at this point.
I erupted. I was like,
Those
Punk.
are three of the top most guest people that are going to win this thing,
That was
and they
3 of
all
my
just,
final 4.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was a lot of people's final four.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could not believe Punk got tossed like that.
Oh, dude. And Seth loses his goddamn mind. Seth, that double stomp onto Roman. Holy shit.
Yep, and the
Wow.
sound that first stomp made, this was awesome. I thought this whole, and I think again, I was so into it. I didn't take any notes, but I just watching Seth go ballistic on these two,
Oh, yeah.
and
Even
him and Punk keep going, and then he went after Heyman.
even Punk just sat there after that double stomp and was like, whoa. So then Seth attacks Punk, and ends up hitting Punk with a super kick. Rollins corners Heyman behind the announce table, and then he sees where Roman is, sprints from it behind the announce table, and does another stomp onto Roman onto the stairs, and just takes Roman out. Damn.
And I feel like we haven't seen Roman this vulnerable in a really, really long time.
Nope. No, it was
I was
so.
just
It was
shocked. I was like, I don't remember the last time we saw him like this.
it was so weird seeing him in a rumble in a good way
Yeah,
though.
it had been 5 years.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was. I liked it though. Like it. Yeah, it gave you like the positive Roman feels. You know what I'm saying?
It was weird to feel sympathetic for him.
Yeah. So the other 3 are in the ring. They're wrestling. Cena goes for the double AA. Jay jumps off, super kicks Logan in the face. Cena clotheslines Logan over the rope. So now it's just down to Cena and Jay. And these two
Yeah.
are going at it. It's great. They're back and forth. They both end up on the apron. Cena
Yep.
picks Jay up for the AA. Jay falls back into the ring, hits Cena from behind. Cena hits the ground, both feet, and Jay's just sitting there staring. And my brain shut down. Like, I was waiting for The Rock to come out because I was like, there's no way in hell Jey Uso just won the Royal Rumble. I just sat there. And then by the time I realized The Rock wasn't coming out, my brain had I couldn't even comprehend the fact that Jey Uso just won the Royal Rumble.
It was so simple, but just a little push to Cena and Cena's look. And I just,
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it, which I love. I love when none of us, get something like this right. And I love it. I mean, I think it's about time. Think about it. What have we bitched about for the last 10 years? They didn't do anything with Rusev. They didn't do anything with Damian Sandow when it was time. And I'm guilty of this. LA Knight, they're always too late. I feel like they were like a year late on LA Knight.
Yep.
And finally, they seized the day with something. I mean, this guy has been pushing merch left and right. It's one of the hottest,
the crowd reaction.
The show every time he comes out. I think it's well deserved. I thought it was freaking awesome. My prediction went a different way because my brain went same way with the woman. I thought about who was a realistic winner and who had a great story with the two current champions. And to me, that was Charlotte and Randy. And beyond Randy, which he wasn't even in it. I kind of feel like a sucker with that pick. I was probably trying to get a little too cute. But beyond that, I probably would have taken Drew or Punk. I'm super curious what we do with Jay because there's no I guess Gunther is kind of an obvious story because he did just face him last week. But I think coming off of that, I didn't watch that match and go, oh, Jay's going to win the Rumble now.
So, So a couple things. First off, if you are online complaining about this, you're telling on yourself. You are the worst kind of wrestling fan because you're right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All these people were pissed for not seizing the day, so they're seizing the day. So I agree with you. I love it.
You're telling on yourself because Triple H did exactly what people have been bitching and complaining and crying about 4 years. Like you said, Jay's the top merch seller. He gets the top reactions. He's the top up-and-coming guy. Here's the thing with him. It's going to be him and Gunther. And I didn't leave that match going Jay's going to win the Rumble either. But right after that match, Jay said, I can beat Gunther.
Yep.
Jay's whole storyline recently has been, I won the Intercontinental title. I won a tag team title with Cody. I came here. I'm doing it myself. I'm the top in everything, and everybody keeps underestimating me. So he's going to pick Gunther, and he's going to say, I'm going to whip your ass this time. And Gunther, because they did the same thing with Sammy, he's going to underestimate Jay, and fucking Jey Uso is going to walk out of WrestleMania with a world champion. Wow.
Main event Jey Uso, man. It's happening.
Jey Uso is gonna be in the main event.
One more. Daniel Bryan is laughing because all these fans are so fickle.
So fickle. Yep. So let's look at these men's predictions. I said Cena. You said Randy. Neither one of us got it right. For surprises, we both said Joe Hendry, and that was it. You said Omos and Aleister Black. I'm actually surprised Omos wasn't in there.
Come on, give me Omos over Otis or Tozawa.
I said Cardona, which I just knew. I say it every year, and they disappoint me every year. And Trick Williams. Most eliminations. You got this. You said Roman. I said Drew. It was actually a tie between Roman and Jacob, but I'll give you the point there.
And Braun Breaker.
No, Breaker at 3.
Oh, really?
That's what I saw, unless I read that wrong.
You're right, my bad. You got Santos, Otis, and I Show Speed.
Yeah.
I'm mistaken.
Iron Man, I said Roman, you said Sammy, and it was Penta. Penta got the Iron Man. I didn't even realize that. I had to look it up and was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, right before we went on, I looked it up too because I'm filling out our pick 'em right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think anyone had Penta. Penta went what, roughly 45,
Yeah, about 45 minutes, yep.
and Sammy wasn't much of a pick. Sammy got about 5 minutes.
Roman did all right, but there was some other people.
Yeah,
Yeah, none of the guys, like, there was like three girls that lasted in over an hour. And, like, and then final four, we both said Cena, and besides that, because who the hell picked Jey Uso to win the Royal Rumble? I love this ending. Like I said, I felt like my brain malfunctioned, and I
yeah,
literally was like, I don't know how to process. Like, Attic was like, "Is this a good reaction or a bad?" And I was like, I don't, because I like we just because like Attic went to react, and my cousin and I are like, wait. This is The Rock's gonna come out. He's gonna screw Jay. Rock's winning the Rumble, and we sat there all the way until the pre-show, and Attic was like, "Yeah, I'm still waiting for The Rock," and I was like, yeah, I don't think he's coming, dude. Like, and we just sat here like, I can't believe that. Like, in a good way, but like, I have never been so shocked
yeah.
from a win ever.
I remember when we were trying to do this Final Four, and I had a Final Six in my mind, and Jay was in my six.
Jay wasn't even my six. My other two
But
was Drew and Sammy. Like,
yes, so Drew was the other one that didn't make my four. But I just thought that there was a nice layer there. But I was just like, I can't see Jay winning over Cena,
oh,
Drew, and Punk. But awesome, man. Good for him.
I was so yeah. It's such a good winner choice. I feel like it shows that like this regime is going to listen. If
Yep.
you know, not there's sometimes where story dictates, and sometimes you got to be more patient than you want to be. There's gonna be
Yeah.
some cases like L.A. Knight where they're gonna go, we'll give a little, but we'll see. We'll dial it back a little bit to see if it stays. I think they did this with both Jay and L.A. Knight, where they gave some, brought it back down just to see if they could maintain what they were getting. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Because like
Yeah.
I don't think they want to push too hard if it's just like a flash in the pan reaction. You know?
Yeah. It's
And,
both. It's empowering as a fan too, though,
yeah,
because it shows like
yeah,
if we show all this love for our guy and we come out to see him every week and we lose our minds when he comes to the ring, like it made a difference.
yep, yeah. And what an awesome ending to
Yeah.
the Rumble, to the show. I thought this pay per view was an excellent pay per view. I
Great
love
way to start the year for WWE on their
great
pay per view schedule.
great way. It was so good, and I even liked this Saturday night's main event. Thought that was better than the first one.
Yep.
So I feel like we're starting off good. We're starting off really good,
We only
and
got 4 more weeks until the chamber. It's bang bang now.
and boy, I'm glad we wait until after the Rumble to do our mock WrestleMania predictions because my whole card is about to have to get changed up now.
I'm so intrigued by this Seth turn. My brain right away goes to like Seth versus Roman versus Punk, but I don't know, man. I'm
So
such a hoe for triple threats. Like I don't know, but then Drew, like I don't know how you don't have these four guys in a match together. I
yeah,
really don't.
yeah, no, it's gonna be interesting to see how they set this up because
Yeah,
I've seen a
I need
lot of
those four guys in a match killing each other.
yeah. I mean, really, that's kind of like I feel like it kind of sucks to think about it. Like, oh, we're putting a four way, but like, how else do you do that?
There's so many layers of
There's
hatred between them all, though.
all of them. Yeah, it's
Do you think
gonna
there's any validity to this Drew McIntyre news that came out last night and this morning?
maybe, but I feel like even if so, I don't think it's gonna end up being a big deal. Like if people get hot for things, I
Yep.
feel like if it is true, it has to be Logan because
It's definitely Logan.
100%
Isn't it?
Logan.
That elimination was just weird.
Yeah, yeah, they like ran
Um,
into Logan kind of, and like
Yeah, because he wouldn't stop fucking celebrating
right.
himself.
Yeah, and like I said, even if it is, I don't think it ends up being that big of a deal. I think he probably, if it's real, he got hot. It is what it is, and
Give me Logan versus Drew to
oh,
main event
Drew,
tomorrow
will
night.
kill this boy. Um,
Good.
yeah, and then did you see any of the press conference?
Yes, I actually just finished it, like right before we jumped on.
So I didn't watch all of it, but Cena, I want to talk about this real quick. Comes out and pretty much says, "Hey, I have been saying I don't want or need 17. I was wrong, and tonight
Yep.
confirmed it to me. I do need 17. I will be main event in WrestleMania. I am in the Elimination Chamber. I got to film a movie, so that gives 4 or 5 weeks to figure out who I'm wrestling and let them say what they want about me before I go in there and beat them." And I was
Yep.
like, "Oh shit!"
He was so serious. He let it off by saying, I always take any question. I take extra questions.
Yep.
Tonight I am not. Tonight I am making a statement.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
What a way
I
to
like
go.
the assertiveness.
I like all the change in characters that we're seeing because every change in character since Triple H just took over is motivated, and you're seeing it happen, and it's incredible. I love it.
I'm so glad Seth's a heel now.
Yeah, Seth, I can't wait to see what the Street Profits do.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I mean it was a great show. What an ending! Holy crap! Nobody saw that coming.
Yep.
Everybody
Really good.
saw everybody saw the women's rumble winner coming, but it was still excellent.
Yep.
And yeah, man, no, I can't wait for Monday to see what the fallout is.
I know, dude. I'm so excited for Raw.
Oh, it's gonna be so good. All right, man, that is your Royal Rumble review. I think we both thought it was an excellent show, and
Both thumbs up.
damn. All right. On that note, we will see you guys Tuesday afternoon with your Monday Night Raw review. Talk to y'all later. Peace.
See you.